Hey guys, today I'm going to be showing you what's new in the snapshot of 20W46A and 45A, but mostly on 46A. So let's get on with the video. Before we get on with the video, make sure to hit the subscribe button and the notifications bell so you don't miss out on any future content of mine, and make sure to hit the like button as well for more awesome videos just like this one. So 20W45A was the first ever Minecraft Caves and Cliffs snapshot. But before this, the Bedrock Beta also came out, which had the Eclipse side of things. I think it's the Bedrock Beta 1.16.0.100 point something. So 20W45A adds all of these blocks, which are the copper blocks, the candles, the copper stairs, the calcite and tough lava cauldrons, the lightning rods, and tinted glass, and amethyst. So first of all, let's go over copper blocks. So copper blocks come in two varieties. There is the regular copper block and the waxed copper. They look the same, but the copper block will age with time. It's about 50 to 80 days. It'll age to the next stage. But the waxed copper will stay like this forever. And the way to craft this is with a honeycomb. The image will be on the screen right now. It's the same for all of these. Next is the wax lightly weathered or regular weathered. It looks like this. I'm just going to line up all the wax variants over here. The wax semi-weathered, and then there's the copper block. And Mojang still didn't fix the typo where the K is capital at the end. So yeah, it might be intentional, I guess. So if you line up like this, they don't really look a lot different to the regular copper blocks. Just to prove to you, here are the regular copper blocks, as you can see, and here are the wax copper blocks. They look the same. So, but the next thing is the cut copper. I'm not gonna bother placing down the wax cut copper just because it's the same. You can just look at it over here. So again, looks pretty nice. And unfortunately, there's no regular copper stairs, but there are only cut copper stairs. So as you can see, these are the waxed and the regular. So weathered, wax semi-weathered, wax lightly, wax cut, and then just regular cut. And same for these slabs. Let me just organize them real quick. Yep. And next is the cut copper slab, lightly weathered, the semi-weathered, and the regular weathered. And over here is just the wax versions. So if I just put them on display over here, and then boom, and then boom, and I can just keep the weathered stairs and done. This also forms a real nice gradient, just because they have the same texture but in the stairs variant. So as you probably have seen in Minecraft Live, they have shown an image of a house, and the house had a copper stair with a lightning rod on it. And speaking of lightning rods, yeah, that's the next thing we're talking about. Lightning rods attract lightning, as you may notice in the name, but they also have a pretty nice texture. So all the builders out there, they will use this to create pillars, or so for example, that's a pillar. Let me just take a trapdoor. I think the acacia trapdoor will look pretty good. So if I just place not there, let's just place it over here. If I do this, and then I just place some trapdoors over it. Done. As you can see, it forms a pretty nice table with table legs. So these are just some of the design ideas that are there in 1.17, and we're just in the snapshots of the first stage. So yeah, let's show our music. So the next block we're going to be talking about today are the stuff made out of copper. So we just talked about one, the lightning rod, and the next one is the spyglass. So the spyglass in 20W45A had a circular frame thingy, but now it's square, like all things in Minecraft are. And it has a weird border around it, but if you want to work around that, you can just press F1 and it's just a regular Optifine zoom. You can even zoom in on the stars. Wow. So that is the spyglass, basically. So the next thing is the candles. And in 20W45A, they had a slightly different texture, which will be on the screen right now. And now they have another different texture. So let me get rid of this pink one, and let's get a flint and steel, since you need flint and steel to light them. So let's go over here again. And if I just place one down, and I open the F3 menu, and I light it, so as there is the client light or server light 15 sky 0 block. So if I light it, it becomes 3 block. If I add another 6, another 9, another 12. So the maximum light level that the candle can produce is 12. And these candles can be lit with fire charges, flint and steels, or a flame bow, I do believe. And the bundle texture also has been retextured from 20W45A. A bunch of textures have been retextured. If you want to read the whole changelog, then it'll be in the description down below. So if I just get a bundle real quick, and let's just get some random items. Maybe let's get some crimson stems. Let's do this. Dun 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 dun. Wet sponge. Who doesn't love wet sponge? Tinted glass. Block of lapis lazuli. Petrified oak slab, cobblestone slab, brick stairs, and white stained glass. Why not? So now if I use the bundle and right click on any of these, as you can see, it shows the item, the sprites, the item sprites. But in 20W45A, it didn't. It just showed it like a shulker box. So if I take a shulker box real quick, let's take a shulker box. If I place it down, and I right click this, I want that, and I just do this. Okay, that should be enough. And I again just keep this in the bundle. And I break the shulker box to pick it up. It has a list, so it had the list like it had in the shulker boxes, but now they have the item sprites instead, which is a pretty nice change in my opinion. So the next thing we're going to be looking at is the, well, I just forgot, I almost forgot to show you how to craft the copper block. So let me just take a crafting table, no one, crafting table and copper. So if I just do that, go into not spectator, survival mode, and in 20W45A, it used to be a 3x3 recipe to make one copper block. Now it's just a 2x2 to make it easier for people to cut copper stairs and slabs. So there's 3 copper blocks. We want more. Let's just make as many as we can. 16 copper blocks. Make that into cut copper. And then you can make stairs and then slabs as you would expect. So stairs become 4. But with these slabs, if you try to craft them, they have cut copper slabs, but 4 of them instead of the usual 3. Which is a pretty nice change. So let's just go back to creative mode. Break that. Let's set the time to 0. Sunrise. And there's one insane duplication glitch that I wanted to show you today. So I have one candle in my inventory. As you can see, it's only one. It's only one. and there's one candle on this cake. So if I right click on the cake, it duplicates the candle and places one down. So I want to do that again and again until there's 4 candles over here. And now if you just hold down right click, this happens. And as you can see, that in a short amount of time, I almost got half a stack. In fact, I should make it half a stack. So, boom. 31 and 32. And then I just put over here. So that's a pretty insane duplication glitch, which I'm pretty sure most people will use if they will want to build with candles. So yeah, the next thing is the amethyst. So the amethyst, let me just search for it since they all grew. So there are this, and this. So the amethyst shards are used to craft the spyglass, as I said before, with 2 copper ingots and 1 amethyst shard. And they are used to craft the amethyst blocks. And then here are all the growth stages for the amethyst. That's all the growth stages, which is the small, the medium, the large, and the cluster. And if I take a pickaxe real quick, and by the way, these are affected by Silk Touch and Fortune. So let me just prove to you. So let me just enchant this with Silk Touch and this with Fortune 3. Fortune 3. Okay, I'm just going to survival mode. I'm supposed to get 4 per cluster. So, but if I use Fortune, I got 4 this time. What about the next time? Still 4. And this time I got 12. So as you can see, it is affected by Fortune and Silk Touch as well. So this is my Silk Touch pickaxe. And mind this, I get the cluster itself. But you can take these with Silk Touch, but not with Fortune. So bad luck. So let me just get rid of these pickaxes. And so then the next blocks are the budding amethysts, which are like spawners. So like spawners, you can move them. So if you find them in your world, then it has to stay there. You can't move it without you exploiting any type of a bug, which might be in the first release or whatever. And then the block of amethyst, which is craftable, and it spawns in the amethyst geodes. So the amethyst geodes look like this. So let me just go down into the world. And as you can see, there's one right there and one right there. So if I go into this one, as you can see, there are the budding amethyst, the calcite, the tuff, and all the amethyst crystals, which are a pretty nice find if you find them in your survival worlds, since they can be moved. And if you find a spawner with a geode next to it, then that's pretty much free amethyst and free mob drops. So you can just kill 2 birds with 1 stone. And by the way, this amethyst blocks and the budding amethyst make the most amazing sound in Minecraft, so just have a listen. I almost played a song right there, and I just placed these blocks at random. That's how good the sound is. And the next thing that we're going to be taking a look at is stuff related to amethyst, which is the calcite and the tuff. So calcite is basically in my opinion, a mixture of diorite or polished diorite with quartz, and it has a real nice texture. And tuff, on the other hand, is just another stone type, which compare with andesite and stone and such, it look pretty nice. So as you can see, this mixture looks pretty nice for a rundown type sort of path or whatever. It looks like a bit like a soul oil, but in a stone texture type variant, if you know what I mean. So that's tough in calcite. Now they didn't add any stairs and slabs yet, but they probably will, considering that Mojang has added stairs and slabs for almost every single stone type in the game. Not almost every, every. And then here is the next feature, which is the lava cauldron. So I can't pick up a cauldron. I guess I can't. So let's take the cauldron, and let's take a lava bucket and a water bucket. Since I want to show you something else. No, 2, 3, yeah. So you can just place the cauldron down, and this feature was already in the Bedrock edition of the game. So if you press this, oh yeah, and they fixed the bug where if you place the lava in the cauldron or remove it, it doesn't sound like water. Have a listen to water, and have a listen to lava. Previously in 20W45A, it used to sound the same for the lava and water. So now if I place the lava cauldron like this, and then just make a little thing over here, boom and boom, boom, and I place a water bucket, not there, let's just here anyway. There is no obsidian cauldron, and that noise comes whenever you do this. So this is a pretty major bug that needs to be fixed. And that provides light, and it is real lava. So if I go into survival mode and go over here, as you can see that I do take damage. And now for some fun Easter egg type thingies. But first, powdered snow. So if I take the powdered snow, it's supposed to spawn on mountains. And if I just stack this up real high, I think it does defy gravity, and I go into survival mode. As you can see, I flow through, and on the edges on my screen there, you can see like a type of frost effect, which is pretty nice. And slowly but surely, you will take damage. So let me speed up the process. So as you can see, my hearts turn those blue, pale frostbite thingies, and now I'm taking damage. So if I can just go out, and slowly but surely, this will go. And when you have this effect, you will walk way slower, and you can reduce the effect by going by wearing leather armor. So leather armor finally has use now, especially since the iron armor is easier to get than leather armor. And powdered snow, if you want to use get it, and then you have to use a bucket on it, which is pretty weird in my opinion, but kind of makes sense. So if I can just do this and then just do that, and boom. And I don't think this reduces fall damage at all. So let me just go into creative mode and go up here, and then just go to survival mode. No, it does reduce fall damage. Because since I was trying this earlier with trying to do an MLG powder snow bucket, I'm pretty good with our water buckets, but not with the powder snow for some reason. Let me just go into creative mode. So that is basically powdered snow block. And now for some fun Easter eggs. And fun, by fun I basically mean one, which is this name. If you look at this name, it is longer than the hotbar, and is the longest name in Minecraft history. And if you try to rename it in Anvil, and I just do one single backspace and a space again, it becomes wax lightly with a cut copper. And then there is the wax lightly with a cut copper stairs. So the stairs part is completely gone when you rename. And I didn't type anything, you saw it there. That's how big this name is. You can't rename a regular item to this name. So it's one of a kind. And so next is the tinted glass. So if I take some glowstone real quick, and tinted, I want to throw glowstone. Come back. So if I take the tinted glass and I turn the time to night, and I place one block of glowstone down, As you can see, it provides light. Yeah. But now if I put tinted glass around it, boom, it doesn't. It stops all the light from going in. And you might be thinking that I have resource pack applied, but as you can see, I don't. Just the default pack. And tinted glass blocks all the light, so it'll come in handy for something like a mob spawner farm, where you want to have a window to look at your mob spawner, but you don't want to load the rates at all. So that's the one thing that will come in pretty handy, tinted glass for. And I guess that's it for the video. But before we end off the video, I want to thank you guys for all the support you've been giving me recently on my latest video, which is a short. You should go watch it, by the way. It has over 100,000 views, and I only have about 100 subscribers. And with that video, I got about 100,000, 2,000 subscribers and 100,000 views. So I'm really hyped about that. I'm really excited. So if you could show that type of support in these videos as well, that would be hugely appreciated. So that's it for this video. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe, and have a nice day.